Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Frederick, you know me as Keanomy, and we are back today in the farthest frontier. So again, chasing that frontier, seeing how far we can get. My guys seems really confused on how this is supposed to work. They're just throwing stuff on the ground all over the place. There's like water everywhere since the last episode's fire. And we're still not getting them to actually build this path here for some reason. Maybe this one is actually already built. I don't think so. No. They're just not building this. Let's delete that and see if we put down another road. Maybe they'll build that. Whoa, what happened to my frame rate? I don't know. Maybe a fluke, maybe not. Let's see if they are willing to build this instead then. So we're currently working on our farms, or our crop field as it's called here. We still have a little bit left to go, but they're hard at work tilling the soil, I guess. And once we have that, maybe we will actually get some food as well, which would be kinda nice. Considering that our food stocks are low. That's what we call timing on this channel. So yeah, I'm actually not sure what we want to do today, so the game doesn't really give you a thing to do. So I think what we want to do is probably get some of this up and running and just have some funeral options available for our workers. Maybe we should start with a smaller one. I think I've been going a little bit big for now. Yeah, it really doesn't like me using the tool thingy. Every time when I open up the tool hotbar, it's like almost freezing my game. So we have some greens. I'm not sure what is considered as food. Vegetables. Greens. Okay. So maybe the issue is, it looks like we need some crops. Oh, so there's a crop rotation system to this as well. Okay. Let's lower the amount of workers we have here to begin with. And then let's see. Oh wow, this is really, really deep. Frost tolerance, nothing. These carrots. So some of these can stand frost. That does not stand. Ooh, so depending on how we're kind of expecting this to go, we can put different crops in. Okay, so that's flax. This is wheat. I have no clue what I'm doing here, so let's hope that works. So crop yield. Yeah, carrot seems to be yielding quite good for us. This is actually yielding super well. Wheat seems to be the name of the game. Yeah, but it's one of the bigger yields as well. We have a bunch of fire again. Can we prioritize the fire, or will everyone just go for that? It looks like everyone will just attend to the fire as it is. Shelter is on fire. It must be handled quickly. Fires can be extinguished by villagers if there is water source nearby. Yeah, and there is. Even have a lot of water kind of just laying around, so that should be contained. Yeah, it wasn't that close even. It wasn't even that close. So, what else do we need? Well, we just built our graveyard. Can hold 80 people. What about resources? Firewood splitter we have, so we have tannery. I think we built all of these as well last time. Yeah, it's just this one we added last for the composting. So, lookout tower defends the surrounding area against hostile threats. It must be managed by guards who do extra damage when attacking from this high vantage points. Okay. Does that mean that I need to start building defenses now, or is there something else that we can work on? Oh wow, he do deal a lot of damage. Luckily this guy didn't die, it was really, really close. 7% health left. How do we deal with that? There isn't really any... Like, there shouldn't be much predators around here. There's deer here. But that's more or less it. I think the closest predator we have is like over here, where we have boars. But I think that was a wolf even, so I'm not sure why he showed up and was all gung-ho on my villagers. At least this road was built now, so that's good. Oh, and then you need to balance the content of this as well. So you have a correct mix of clay and sand. Depending on that, you get a specific yield as well. Okay. So selected crop rye, fertility 91%. And that can be improved probably with this. Setting farmers to perform field maintenance instead of grown crops provides a chance to reduce weed levels and remove rocks in fields. Okay, so I guess this is the one that will eventually produce compost. Yeah, you just don't have any compost at the moment. I'm a bit confused of what I'm supposed to do here. Maybe I need more houses. Build a couple more houses and see how that goes. Obstructed by road. Yeah, I'm trying to have you go. Or did I force them to go straight again? We harvest. No, clear these. Not you though. Yeah, if we could clear this out, that would be pretty good. Something like that. See if we can get the road built at that point. This is a nice little patch of like stone and wood, but kinda need to be able to get rid of that. We used to get some new housing now, so we should be able to expand. At what point can I upgrade these? When we get more desirability. So we need to look into decorations. Trees doesn't really do anything. Small plaza. So you will... Oh, it needs to be very, very close to them. Okay. What about a shrine? You will impact more. Okay, so you actually need to build a lot bigger so you have place to have all of this put down so we can bring up the desirability for all of these. If I were to say delete you or move you to maybe this side. Yeah, and then we do one of these garden places here instead. Okay, so medium garden, that brings them from very like negatively impacted a lot of these. We'll do that. We'll get one of these. That will allow us to have that go there. And then maybe have a few like trees. Or maple, we have oak, juniper, birch. I like birch trees, they're nice. Go with a couple of birch trees. It costs us money, but we are making positive money, so that should be fine. What else do we need? Town center tier 2. So we do need to upgrade you before we can do anything else. And for that we need a bigger population. So we're kind of doing the right thing at least. We're moving in the right direction, it seems like. We might want to look into maybe getting something like a watchtower just in the town here. Just so we have something to defend ourselves. Not sure what the likelihood is that we will get attacked anytime soon, but at least we have something there to defend our village. And then I noticed in the town hall we also have the option to call all of the villagers to garrison. There we had the production things. 9 bows, 200 arrows. I don't think we need to have the Fletcher working anymore. You probably shut you down. Have him become a laborer instead. No villagers are sick. We have no villagers that are bedridden. Everything seems to be on the up and up. We do have some food that will spoil shortly though, which might not be the best. And we probably need another market to cover the rest of all this. Maybe even move the one we have. Yeah, the reach for this is not very far actually. So we need another market then. Slope is too steep. I did notice that there was some way to flatten terrain. If I flatten this, can we build on that then? I feel like we are progressing very, very quickly. I usually feel like these kind of games takes a long time to foster, so to say, or to come into effect, but yeah, not this one. We have been going through it fairly quickly actually. So what happens when you have flattened the ground? Does it make like a cliffside on the higher edge? Or no, it literally just adjusts the... Okay, so if we now take this and we put it here, then we are able to have... Okay, that's good. So we have... I think we have a shrine here, right? Yeah. Let's make a... What's a plaza? Small plaza built site. I have no clue what a plaza is. We will do that, and we will have a small garden there as well. That should be fairly good. Yearly taxes is collected. We are still making good on money. Food is still the biggest of our issues. We have a lot of grain though. What do we do with the grain? Ingredients for flour and beer. So, brewery and windmill. Is that something we have access to now? I don't think so, right? Food production, windmill. There we have it. It's a tier 3 building, the brewery. So we actually need to advance to the next the next tier so we can start making those mills, and then from there we should be in fairly good shape. So these guys will not deliver super good on this, but I think it's good enough. Maybe we can change you to something that's a little bit better. What about the flowers? That's quite good. So that should get them going with that as well. Still not making many babies. Make more babies, my friends. How do we improve their baby making ability? Your villages enjoy a quality family life. So we're at 100% for that. They're a little bit worried about food. Birth rate. How do I make birth rate go up? And we need to look into shoes and clothes. Yeah, food supplies is the biggest issue. Really need to get that going. Ooh, we can see them harvest now. So is turnip something that we can eat directly? Vegetable, greens, beans, grain. What can we use turnips for? Those are the greens. Why am I unable to see turnips in here? Root vegetables. That's what it falls under. That still does not actually show in here that we have it available. Yard, storehouse, rot cellar. Okay, well, we have a lot of food now all of a sudden. Eggs. There we have them. Root vegetables. So that's 9 food. That should actually bring these to 95% birth rate. So all we need now is a little bit more clothes, and then we should be in decent condition. We have some empty houses as well. So we don't need more houses, that's for sure. These are quite happy with how they're living. But these are really dissatisfied with their place. So is that because some of these are negatively impacting? I see which... Clearly these that are not very good. So what if we move these? Would that make the desirability over here any better? Still kinda in the minuses. So we would need even more decorations to fix that. Small cobblestoned plaza that adds a desirability bonus to your nearby residents. Small plazas can be placed under roads. No way! That is super nice. Okay, so that's what you want to do. You want to place the plazas under the road. Not actually anywhere else. Is there extra to some of these as well? Not really. The rest of them seems to be just like place it and forget it. I think once we get the shrine up and running, at least a few of these should be up to 30 in desirability. Okay, now this guy has at least plus. Not meet the requirements to upgrade. Yeah, that's fine. We're aware of that. 1 herbs. Do we not have any herbs? That's our forager. So medicine roots, herbs. Maybe I should build a new one just for herbs. How much laborers do we have? We actually have enough laborers for that, so Let's see here. We want to build a resource, no food gathering guy, forager shack. And then we build a road to there. Might as well clear you as well. Get a road to that guy. Now you are able to upgrade because we hit our 30 workers. So let's get to tier 2. Let's get to tier 2. Not sure how we're supposed to encase this with buildings or with walls eventually. My understanding is that's kind of the end game. You will start get attacked by like raiders and stuff. And I have a feeling that now that we're advancing to tech level 2, maybe that's when we will see an impact. Could be that that's the case. 2 new villagers born. 2 new villagers immigrated. New settlers has arrived, attracted by the growing prosperity of your town. To increase the rate of immigration, ensure that you have surplus food and housing available. Yes. A lot of our food is spoiling though. So, I'm not sure if you should really be that happy with what it looks like, but it's doing something. Waste, empty, empty, collecting. I'm guessing there is going to be some sort of repair functionality in the game as well, because all of these buildings seems to be taking damage to structural integrity. Which means that they need to repair it, and it says that material required is 1 log, for example. Maybe there will be in tier 2 some sort of service that will go around and just repair their buildings. Actually, not sure. Okay, tier 2. It doesn't look like it does anything to the town center itself. But if we take a look at our building stuff, we have some new stuff we can play around with now. So, healer's house. The healer treats sick and injured villagers, saving their lives or reducing the time it takes for them to recover. Okay, that is probably good. Let's put him... We want to have a healer's house over here somewhere, maybe? Yeah, let's put the healer right next to the market. And that's... Oh, that's a lot of gold. Okay. That is what it is. Trading post. Building where goods are stocked to sell and trade with visiting merchants. We got a school. Provides basic education which boosts worker rate for workers. Some professions require educated workers. Okay. Rat catchers. Rat catcher helps to keep rodents under control within their assigned work area. Rat catchers are especially needed around buildings to store grain and other food items. Alright. So we need a school. Again, I think I'm gonna continue with the school out this way. See if that works. That's a lot of money though. What else do we need? Secure vault, wagon shop, workshop where transport wagons are manufactured. Wagons can be used by villagers to quickly transport goods from one place to another, increasing the efficiency of building, farming, and resource harvesting. Granary, an above ground structure for the storage of wheat and other grains. That sounds like a quite good option. Let's go with one of those right here. We can have the grains there. What else did we get? We got a windmill. We're definitely gonna need a windmill. Do you actually impact anything? Yes, they don't like to be close to the windmill. So we'll put the windmill... We'll have the windmill here. And then... What else do we have? We have a bakery. Bakery turns flour and water into dough, which is then baked into bread. People do like to be next to the bakery, so we will put the bakery right here. Just behind the guys there. And I think I'm building way too much. Arborist building, a building that employs an arborist. An arborist will work at this building and maintain and harvest fruit trees nearby. Okay. And then we have a barn. To raise cattle. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff this time. Otter buildings. Okay. Let's just allow this to continue and see if we can get this built. How is our planks going? That's you, right? Yes. Add a couple more workers there. I think we still have enough laborers. Yes, we're down to 4, so they're a little bit overworked. See if we go to 5 instead. Still a bit too much for them to do. I'm not sure why villagers are not wearing coats. Like, who is it that is not having a coat on? It's just your normal clothing that you're missing. Actually not sure. Are we able to produce anything else? Weaver building. The weaver uses flax to produce linen clothing that helps villagers work outside and survive longer in cold weather. That's a thing that we want, but we don't have the necessary planks for the moment. So let's allow the planks to build up a little bit. We have been using a lot of it now, so kind of makes sense that it would be a bit overkill. Still waiting for these to complete. New year, year number 6. For old lang syne, sign, my dear, for old lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. I have no fucking clue what that means. That doesn't sound like English to me. Your settlement requires additional housing to support a larger population. Uh-oh. Looks like we are growing. Tier 2 requires... This building is upgraded from a lower tier structure found in storage. Alright, let's get some more housing in here. So one there, one there. Do we want to upgrade these? They want to have 2 different food types. Right now we have 1. We should be able to get other options up and running once we have the windmill. Then we should be able to make bread, which they should appreciate, if you ask me. And at the end of the day, I'm the one who decides whether they like stuff or not. So that's how it goes. Yeah, I don't know. So far, this game seems incredibly easy to play. I would have really expected more than this. How do we make more money, by the way? Selling soap, I think I mentioned, or was mentioned at some point. Used to keep clean. They do not like to live next to it, though. Let's move that to there. Up a road. There we have a few villages, 2 newborn and 4 that just moved in. We are already up to 42 villages. Some of them getting educated, but I don't remember. Yeah, we don't have a school actually built. So why are you getting educated? Need some clay as well. We harvest. Where do we have clay? Clay deposit. Harvest. That. Can also go and explore this a little bit, I guess. Okay, still no one who has died. That's at least good. We are building some homes here for them. Yeah, we're running quite low on food there. We do get some more taxes from the market though, which is nice. Let's just see how this goes. I kind of want to get this up and running, because if we just leave this for too long here, we're not going to get it built. Heavy tools. Do we have any heavy tools? I don't think we do. On the tools. How do I build heavy tools? That is really annoying. I kind of wish that you could select it and tell everyone to go attack it. Okay, it looks like he's actually attacking the building now instead of... Okay, that's good. Predator has been spotted lurking on the outskirts of the settlement. Yeah, he's now dead. No longer lurking. New villagers are born. Still do not understand where we are supposed to be making the tools. Heavy tools. You make planks. You make shoes. And can we specify you? Like what you're supposed to... Cannot tell you to like not pick up something. I only want you to focus on herbs. But I guess that's not an option. Food stocks are low. That shouldn't be too bad. We'll get back on track of that quite quickly. Oh, I actually really do need a wagon, because that's like holding me back completely. So storage, we need a wagon shop quite desperately. And we will build that right here. Food stocks are low and freezing. With a moderate breeze, we don't have anything to eat. You are not built. Don't have enough wood. Yeah, this is a pain. Could probably be doing a lot better than this. The wolf. Attack that. There we go. That'll be good. And then they'll go back to what they were doing. Two villagers has been attacked by predators. That's fine. The predator is now dead and made into food shortly. And now we should be getting more of the rye. And with more rye available and one less villager not dead, we are probably going to wrap up this episode. So you might notice that my voice sounds a little bit different now. It's because I decided to record for an hour and 40 minutes until I realized that, hey, maybe you should plan out your videos a little bit better. So this is sort of one video turned into two with me speaking a little bit in between. So thank you so very much for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate it. It seems like these videos might not be gaining exactly the same traction as I've seen before on the channel, but as long as you guys enjoy it, I will continue making these videos, and we will continue playing Farthest Frontier. I can almost pronounce the name of the game at least. So yeah, we will continue. I do enjoy the game still. Even if the viewership is not really the same, at the end of the day, I'm doing this because I enjoy it, so bear with me in the meantime, I guess. So I want to say thank you once again, and until next time, bye bye everyone.